So we do still have 2 balloons.
Yes.
Do we still have 2 balloons?
No.
Okay, let's go over here. I saw you hesitate. That's why I had to ask. So if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23. Originally, I was not going to pop my balloon because I know a lot of them popped it because he was being, I guess, arrogant. But to me, I like my man that's not going to sit in every girl's face and, you know, complimenting them, you know? So I didn't find that offensive to me. But when they started that, what was going on, I'm very, like, I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's going to always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon, because I was just like, dang. But then with me, you kind of got a little bit catty with me. You a little sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but like you was really coming out like I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle like a lot of criticism and stuff like that, but the way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving anymore.
Yeah. Well, let me say this, Queen. I'm a licensed plumber.
So, I do real estate and property management.
I live downtown.
So what you do
I live downtown. I stay by myself, Queen. You know, and you're not even qualified to be even dealing with me.
You say everybody not qualified.
You definitely not. You know, if anything, it was one of these two. I wasn't even looking your way. You ain't my type. If I seen, that's fine.
So
that's totally fine. Okay. But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
Get this
you can't do that. You can't do that though, baby. Yeah, in a real way, you can't do that though, Queen.
I will say this: the only issue I had with the dude was the statements he made. It was kind of contradictory. He stated that he's looking for a woman that's not promiscuous. I get that part. And he's also looking for a woman who has her own career and have her own thing going. But then he later on stated that I don't need any money from you. I don't need you to, I guess, pay for anything. To me, that's a contradictory. Because if she need to have a career and have her own thing going, or okay, why? You know what I'm saying? If you don't need her to pay for anything, if you don't need to leverage her resources and skills she have, if you don't need that, then you shouldn't need for her to have a career already going. So that one right there kind of stuck on me. Everything else was cool. And I recognize whenever you get to it, let's just entertain it. Let's say he can in fact pull 100,000 out of the bank. A lot of people can't do that, which means he's at a level where a lot of men can't operate like that. And guys who can operate like that and pull out money like that tend to be more arrogant. You know, they tend to, I wouldn't say it was a matter of him limiting his options. It was more like he was filtering his options out. So when you get yourself to a level like that, you're able to behave how you really are. You don't have to show humility if you don't want to. If it's not who you are, then you're not going to do that because you've leveled yourself up to a point where you can actually flaunt how you really are. The people who are looking for women to go 50-50, people who are socioeconomically challenged tend to have to be more humble when they come into settings like this. They tend to have to toe the line on how they are so they can get a chance at a relationship. But whenever you have a lot of options and you can get it, like he stated, you can get a chance at a woman any day. You start operating different. You start really being yourself. You start, tapping into your juggler. You're like, I don't give a fuck. Look, you got to be this or this. Oh, well, I wouldn't see him. You start to have those mannerisms whenever you know you can get it. So I can understand why his persona was like that, and he wasn't so humble. And I'll let somebody else go.
I agree with Darwin, excuse me.
Okay.
Either way. You can say either way.
I'm going to go to you, Ariel.
A little inauthentic. Just a bit.
What'd you say?
Then in terms of, I said, don't you think he came off a little bit inauthentic and just a little bit? And then on top of like what you were saying in terms of contradictions. So I don't know if he was just being funny, but like the one girl he dismissed because she had hair on her arms. Then the other girl who popped her balloon said she popped it because she had hair on her arms. And then he said, oh no, but you're fine. So that's also like something small, but like it just didn't seem like he was being real. Like,
well, I think he was being real because that kind of draws back to the privilege, the pretty privilege part. Sort of like whatever I think me, Marcus, and Sweeney had a conversation about. If a woman grabbed you by the nuts in the middle of the club, you would be pissed. But if she was drop dead gorgeous, you probably wouldn't be pissed. So it's a double standard. You wouldn't hold. So she's just drop dead gorgeous and she got a little hair on her arm, you can probably deal with it. It's like a woman being able to compensate for certain flaws in other areas. And the girl that had the original girl that had hair on her arm, she wasn't able to compensate. But I didn't mean to cut you off. You can go ahead. But yeah, I mean, like, Ariel, can't you like understand it? Okay, let me ask you this. If Sweeney was driving, okay, let's say you was looking for a man. Sweeney pulled up to you in a Ford Taurus 98 or 99 with the mud flaps. And it was smoking in the back. But he you know what I'm saying? He was really genuine about how he wanted to date you and take you out. But then the next guy who, let's say Morris Chestnut, pulled up in the same car. Which one would you date? Which one you date? Both of them got the same socioeconomic status.
Bruh, why you calling him ugly on the low, Bruiser? I mean, Darwin, why you put that jacket on him?
I didn't call him.
I don't look like Morris Chestnut.
I don't think. Listen, I'm not gay, but I would say I would.
What?
I would
hype. Hey, pause, bro. I'm just gonna save you before you. I'm gonna save you before you.
No, you ain't got to, bro. You ain't got to.
You ain't got to.
I'm real careful with my words, bro. Trust me, you don't got to save me. I'm not calling Sweeney ugly. I'm just calling the other gentleman more handsome, so to speak. So, hey, you can answer the question, Ariel.
I could, but I wouldn't.
Exactly. Because you know it's a double standard and you would have to go on the record.
Well, I'm also married, so you know, that's a little.
Okay, if you weren't married, hypothetically.
What?
Hypothetically. Let's just say
what?
Let's just say you said you also married, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, say you weren't married. Like, say that was those two men were your options. Which one would you pick? Both have the same socioeconomic status, the same car. But one just looked.
Who would you pick?
Who would I pick?
Yeah.
First of all, I wouldn't pick a dude. I don't have those options.
That's good.
Okay. So I just take that as you don't want to play. One Country cooking laughing. Who would you pick, Country? Why she try to be political?
I'm aesthetic with it all. I ain't gonna sit here and cap. It definitely would be with the wait, what was the situation you said? Sweeney in a Taurus with the flaps and Morris Chestnut in what on a bike?
No, same car. Or even worse. Let's do a bike.
Oh, are they in the same car?
Not in the same car, but they both have the same. They both have the same car. Basically, I'm saying they both have the same socioeconomic status.
Okay. Me? I'm gonna be honest and say I'm gonna pick the more handsome dude.
Thank you.
I'd be lying if I didn't. I don't do ugly dudes. So.
And who is that, Bruiser? Which one of those men is that?
So you trying to trap?
I would clarify for my friend.
Bruiser, I actually got a better way to trap you here. So, now you saying, no. But think about it. You're saying that she's going to pick the more handsome guy, right? Meaning that, you know, the socioeconomic status is not as important, and that's kind of what I was getting at. Because you saying that the dudes could sit there, lead with their wallet and farewell, and I don't think so. You have to understand what type of female you're going to get if that's what you're leading with. You're going to have females who are attracted to your money, and that's fine, but that's not really going to work. She's not going to care for you the same. And if she gets a better option, she's obviously going to leave. So it's a terrible thing.
That's if you're dealing with a gold digger.
Well, if you lead with your wallet, that's the only thing you're going to attract. Well, it's gold diggers. If that's your best attribute.
Yeah, that's what we on two sides.
If that's your best attribute.
I don't believe that's what we on two sides. I don't believe that leading with your wallet only attracts gold diggers. I think women who are smart and like to date economically, and they look at looks not as the priority, but being able to thrive and build a family together. I think those women typically would be okay with a man who's leading with his wallet and wouldn't try to use him for his wallet. They would still.
So Bruiser, this is what I always say. Right. This is what I always say. The tangibles will attract a partner, but the intangibles will maintain and retain a partner. So that's the same thing. It's just like having a beautiful woman, right? But if she's not nurturing and she's not caring and she's not what you really want out of a human being, then it'll be hard for her to maintain you as a man because all she has to offer is beauty. And I'll put that in the same category as men with money. You'll be able to attract a lot of women, but it's not necessarily going to be for the reasons you want. And it'll be a tough time for somebody to get somebody to stay with you. I think the intangibles are what sustains a meaningful relationship.
Well, I get that. I understand that. But that still doesn't mean
with bread always lead with their wallet.
But
they know they ugly.
You could still lead with your wallet and be handsome and show up in other areas that's necessary for the relationship to thrive. I'm just saying it's a critical part, especially in society today with not capitalism, with inflation. So I think being economically stable is important. I ain't gonna say it should be prioritized, but if I'm a woman who wants to be led by a man and submissive and cooperative to him, I would most definitely focus on not just his looks, but primarily, is he able to even be a leader, one, and is he economically sound in a way where he could provide for a family? Because a lot of guys are going to want to make you go 50-50. And they still want these women to be submissive and cooperative. To me, honestly, that's a bad deal for a woman. So we may be disconnected on it. I think a woman having to bring in half of the resources is typically a man's job. But if a man is asking a woman to do half of his job and then want her to do 100% of hers, be 100% cooperative and submissive and all that stuff, I think it's an unfair deal for her.
Sorry, I'm in the house trying to find extension cords for chargers and stuff. It's bad over here.
She had a man that was economically sound. She would already had that.
Listen, every computer in my house was on dead. So I'm sorry. What was your question?
Would you date the bus driver?
Didn't I answer this question like a year ago? Same answer. Rewind. Go back a few episodes. What was the question though? That was not the question.
No, we just kind of drifted off a little bit in relation to the topic, but you've seen the pop balloon and you've seen the way he was talking and how he was leading with his money and his job and the way he was talking to the women. What were your thoughts?
It's just not tasteful at all. Like, the women were right to pop their balloons, but they were talking smack too. They both were talking smack at each other. So, but not really the kind of guy that I would go for. I was pleasantly surprised that the young lady at the end waited it out. Maybe she's going to take him to church or something. Maybe she saw something. She felt like it was an opportunity to deliver him. I don't see it going any further than that. I think that her mission with him was a little different than maybe he is for her. So maybe she had a different vision what she wanted next. But but you know what they say, opposite attract. She seemed to be a calm.
Oh man.
She was able to attract the opposite.
Yeah, between Rufus and gotta see if we get a tech guy over there, man.
She might need a tech guy or a plumber. She might need a plumber too.
Yeah. Like I think Shan's situation is a little bit. It ain't really that major. She just need a cord. Ruth just need a whole system. She need to be updated, man. She like
when y'all start putting your mouth on it, that's when it starts.
Oh, I didn't know you was there. I'm sorry.
Keep talking, so I can
I
drop off.
didn't see you, Ruth. I didn't know you was there.
I can hear you. Is that your way of saying, Ruth? Are you there? I can hear you.
No, we was just trying to get your attention, man.
I'm here,
Queen. We just trying to get your attention, Queen.
How you gonna snap on her and then call her Queen? It's like Queen to calm her down and then snap.